Hi guys, I'm back and this is my first video since I got sick. I am so grateful to God that I'm here right now. I'm grateful that I have people in my life who care so much, and it is so good to have you in my life as my viewer, as my friend. I'm overwhelmed by the messages you guys sent me when I was still recovering. Thank you so much. Today, I have chosen a topic that is close to my heart because I am in that season where I'm walking away from home, I'm walking away from my family, and I'm missing my family. There's no word I can use to describe that. I can just say I'm missing my family, I'm missing my husband, I miss my kids, I miss my mom, and I miss everyone that is dear to me, that is back at home. I have met good friends here too, but it is always good to be home. But before it is time to be home, I am going to do a video that may also help you if you are a person living in diaspora and you have family back at home and you spend most of the time thinking about them, not knowing what to do. When you are working away from home and you have a family, you are not just away from your relationship, you are away from your parenting responsibilities, and most of the time we may feel like we have failed. Me personally, I feel like I have failed sometimes because I know there are things that only I can understand when I look at them physically. Like, I can know if they need a hug, I can know when they need just a smile. They are actually missing that. It is not just the relationship part of your spouse that suffers, it is also the parenting part. The relationship between you and your kids, it also suffers. It is months and months of not seeing each other, of not talking to each other in a personified way. Sometimes even the calls may sicken you because you just want that hug. You don't have that physical contact with them. However, also, when you don't call, you also feel sick because you just want to hear their voice or you just want to see them on that video call. So either way, it is prudent that you find a way to control your emotions and your feelings so that you find it easy to even work with your colleagues in your new country, and you will remain sane for the rest of the time because you are rooted in something that you can control. There are things that for now you cannot control, so let them be the way they are. But the ones you can control, like communication, like talking to them on regular basis, please do that. So here are tips on what to do to remain sane when you are working away from home. You may be working away from home in terms of you are living in a different city. It is also applicable to you to listen to this. And if you feel like your partner has not got this video, please forward it to them. If you feel like your kids have not got this video, please forward it to them so that they also get to know what they should do to cope as they wait for you to come back home. I also feel like it is a controversial topic, especially for women working away from home, because it has been always, like, for example, in an African setting, it has been always a woman to take care of the household. It is a controversial topic, especially to people I shared with superficially when I wanted to come, and those I have told when I reached here. People have had different opinions of maybe my marriage would fail, or my children would not know me, or my children would not feel comfortable not being around me. But I feel like it is something that is personal. You have to decide it for yourself. If you are going to do it, you are going to do it. If you cannot do it, you can't. And I just have to say that working away from home requires a big heart, a heart that can endure, a heart that can be patient. If you cannot be patient enough to wait to go back home, and by being patient enough to wait, I mean in terms of relationship, there are people whom I have seen go away from home, they leave their husbands, and they come back a changed person. They come back with another relationship, they come back with different things change, their mentality has changed, and they don't want to associate with some of their family members. That is why I want to do this video, so that we keep families intact, we keep families together, so that we don't get scattered when we get opportunities to go out and maybe leave our families and go for others. You have to stay rooted. So here are the tips that we need so that we can stay rooted in our relationships back at home and stay sane, knowing that we cannot control part of the things that are going on around us. Like, for example, we cannot control the geographical distance between us. That should be left as it is, but we can work on our psychological part of it. If our psychological part of well-being is okay, we will be able to carry ourselves to the day we will be able to see our family members. I tend to think that our minds are the ones that send us to do things we do. If we are able to control our minds, if we are able to control our thoughts and our feelings, we will be able to do things according to the way they should be done, or according to the way we have set them to be done. Number one, I need you to focus on communication, and by communication I mean you have to end each of your conversations in an understanding. Like, don't end any conversation with your partner or your children or your loved ones in a hasty or in a manner that you don't understand each other. Make sure that you understand each other before you end that call. Make sure that each and everyone is satisfied by the time you have talked, unless it is an emergency, that you let them know that you had an emergency, so you have to cut short the communication. If you are hasty to end a call without explaining, it may send a negative thought to them, because they may feel like they are forcing themselves into your life and you don't want to talk to them. So make sure that when you are on that call, you are doing quality. Like, make sure that you understand each other's feelings that time. You understand if they are busy, you understand if they are available for the call. If your loved one calls and they did not get you, like it went on voicemail or it was a missed call, make sure that you find time to call them back and let them know what was happening, or just be there and make sure you acknowledge that you saw the missed call or you saw the voicemail. Communication in that manner of ending in understanding will help you to build your trust, even if you are oceans and mountains away. You will be able to understand each other and you will be able to trust each other in a better way. Number two, you have to use your time positively. If you're spending your time doing things that will get you overwhelmed emotionally, you will break down. Don't sit in your room and wallow about when you will see your family. You already know the day or the month you will be going back to your family. What you have to do is to focus on the positives that you see or experience every day. You have to do due diligence to work on your hobbies, to work on things that make you happy. For now, we cannot control being together with them, but we can control our psychological well-being. Make sure that you are in check with your psychological well-being. If you are not able to sit in your happy place when you are alone, you have to start learning that. You have to start learning to be able to sit with yourself, because it is a new country. You still don't have people around you who you may want to go hang out with. Just ensure that what you do when you are alone is something that is positive to you emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Ensure that you are maintaining your life in a way that you will be proud of it, even when it is talked about in public. Most of the time, people tend to go astray when they are left alone. That is when we find people in problems like addiction in pornography, addiction in drugs. Look for hobbies. And I repeat about hobbies. A hobby is what will keep you rooted in your personality. I tend to do singing, songwriting, scripting for my videos. I do record my videos when I am free. That makes me stay rooted, and it helps me to spend my free time well, rather than wallowing on when I'll see my family or doing things that may not be in my personality. Sometimes we do things not that because it is our character, but it is because we are idle. Don't let your mind stay idle. Number 3, be real with your kids. Let them know when you will be coming back, and also before you go to work, before you go out of the country, before you leave your family, sit your kids down. They are not young. They are not like, they will not understand. There's nothing that is more important to a kid than a parent. If you go and you did not tell them that you will be going, it is unfair to the kid. They have to know that you are going. Most of the time, we as adults, we tend to think that children will just be okay if we go and we don't tell them, that they will cry when they see us going, so we tend to hide, and all of a sudden they feel your absence. They start asking where you are. They start thinking why you left. They may even think they are the reason why you left. So ensure that you are open with your kids, be real with them, and let them know that you are going, and let them know when you will be coming back. You may also practice things like marking the calendar with them, so that they know the exact day you are coming back. By marking the calendar, it is an activity of the brain. They are training their brain to actualize the day they will get to see you. Keep on talking to them, as I said in point 1. Keep on communicating. A kid will always trust someone whose promises are always fulfilled. Like, if you promise them candy in the evening and you don't bring it, they'll not trust you. But if they know that mom promises candy each and every day and she brings it, or any day she promises candy, she brings it, they will always trust you, and it will also make your time being away from them easy because there is a trust between you and the kids. They know that mom is gone but she is coming back, or dad is gone but he's coming back. Make sure that you have that trust built in them. Being real with them is what will help you to build that trust. Just tell them the truth and everything will fall in place. I have seen it with my kids, and most of the time we talk even over the phone. When I promise something and I send the thing to be delivered to them, like, or I send the cash for the thing to be bought, they are always happy with me even if I'm not there physically. If you are in a position, number 4, I suggest you do visits, or you allow them to come over to visit you. Like, they'll know that yes, we are welcome in his or her life, and we are people who matter in her life. She or he welcomes us in her house, so we are allowed to have both our mom's and our dad's place, so they know that they possess you. Like, it is very important for a human being to have that feeling of possessiveness. And when your family feels like they can be able to come see you anytime they are free or anytime you are free, they'll know that they have that sense of belonging on you. You are not just someone who went away, you are someone who loves them and you welcome them in your space every time. Bringing someone in your space will create trust in most cases. Have you ever asked yourself why moving in with your boyfriend or moving in with your girlfriend is something that most people would consider? I think it is because it creates a sense of belonging and it creates a sense of trust. If you don't have that connectiveness, there's no way someone will be able to invite you to their space. So you inviting your family to visit you where you are working will create trust and will help you to build a satisfying relationship. So you see, you can be connected and you can be intimate in your relationship even when you are working away from home. Keep on working on your relationships. Don't abandon your families. Don't let them feel like you went away and you did not remember them. Keep communicating, keep in contact with them. Guys, I have done this video because it's also near to my heart, and if you feel like it really communicated to you, please subscribe, share to your family members so that they can know what to do when they are thinking about you. Do it for me, do it for your family, and I am grateful that you keep on coming to view my videos. I'm grateful for the new members who are coming in every day. Thank you. We are growing and we are going up to 500 right now. We are at 340 something, but we are growing. Thank you for always coming. I'm grateful for every day you are here. I'm grateful for every day you come in. Guys, let's see each other in the next video.